What's up guys, and welcome back to the channel. This time on the channel we are going to talk about a very unfortunate boy named Pradyuman Thakur. The story takes place in Gurugram, Haryana, India. And real quick, before I go any further, I apologize if I have mispronounced the name. If you recognize the name and already recognize the story from the small amount of details because you have heard or read the story from somewhere or someone else, excellent, because you have not heard me tell the story. If you like true crime and mysteries, sit back, relax, and enjoy. This is the murder of Pradyuman. Pradyuman Thakur was a 7-year-old student at Rhine International School in Gurugram in the state of Haryana, India. And on September 8, 2017, Pradyuman Chandra Thakur, Pradyuman's father, drove his son and 11-year-old daughter Vidhi to school. Baron would leave his children at the school gates at 7:55 a.m. At 8:08 a.m., several students would alert school staff that Pradyuman had been injured and was bleeding from 2 neck wounds outside a washroom near his classroom on the ground floor building. Staff members would ask a school bus conductor, Ashok Kumar, to assist them with carrying Pradyuman to a car belonging to one of the school teachers, and then would have Ashok Kumar drive Pradyuman to a nearby hospital in Badshipur, where he would be transferred from there to Artemis Hospital in Gurugram. But unfortunately, he would be declared dead upon arrival. Pradyuman's father Baron and mother Sushma Thakur were contacted by school authorities at 8:15 a.m. and went directly to the hospital where Pradyuman had been taken. Baron and Sushma would later state to the press that the school officials had not informed them about the injuries of their son, and that the police had not been called by the school, but instead had been called by themselves. The Haryana State Police were alerted about the incident by Pradyuman's parents and arrived at the school at 11:30 a.m. on the same day. Police officials would state to the media that a blood-stained knife was recovered from the area where Pradyuman was found, and a team of police forensics examined the area and found fingerprints. CCTV footage that was recovered from the hallway near the scene of the crime showed Pradyuman attempting to crawl out of the washroom while bleeding from the neck before collapsing. Police would detain and question 10 people who observed bloodstains on the shirt of Kumar, who had assisted with carrying Pradyuman to a car. A cell phone video recorded by a witness showed school authorities asking Kumar to help pick up Pradyuman to transport him to the hospital. Kumar would end up being arrested by the Haryana police in connection with the murder on the same day. The commissioner of police stated that Kumar had arrived with the school bus at 7:50 a.m. and had gone to the ground floor washroom. According to police, he was carrying a knife that he had found on the bus toolkit and had gone to the washroom to rinse off the knife. Police suggested that when Pradyuman entered the washroom, Kumar attempted to sexually assault Pradyuman, but because of Pradyuman's resistance, Kumar murdered him with the knife. Haryana police also thought that an additional suspect was involved and that the crime scene had been tampered with. However, the police would later say that only Ashok Kumar had murdered Pradyuman, and that Kumar had confessed to the murder while in custody. Pradyuman's mother believed that Kumar was being framed, and Sarab Raghav, a bus driver working for Rhine International School, was present on the bus with Kumar and stated that he was pressured by the Gurugram police to state that the knife found at the scene of the murder was part of the bus toolkit. Another witness, Harpal Singh, the school's gardener, was one of the first on the scene to find Pradyuman, and he had stated that he had not seen any blood stains on Kumar's clothes before he assisted with picking up Pradyuman to take him to the hospital. Harpal Singh would also state that Kumar had been physically assaulted by the police in an attempt to force him to confess to the murder. Kumar would maintain his innocence and give the police a false confession to prevent being further tortured and so that they would stop denying him food. On September 15, 2017, the case was transferred to the Central Bureau of Investigation, and Pradyuman's parents would petition the state government and the Supreme Court of India. On November 7, 2017, the CBI would now arrest an unnamed student for the murder of Pradyuman, and Kumar would be cleared of any involvement. On February 28, 2018, Kumar would be acquitted of all charges. However, at the time of his arrest, a bar association of lawyers in Gurugram would state that its members would not defend Kumar against the accusations of murdering Pradyuman. The bar association would go on to retract their position, and after Kumar was cleared by the CBI, he would obtain legal representation, and the bar association would be disciplined by the Supreme Court. The Haryana police would state that while Kumar had been arrested, no charges were filed against him. Regardless, the National Human Rights Commission ordered the police to compensate him, but he would decline the compensation and take legal action against the officers who arrested him. In January 2021, the 4 police officers of Gurugram were charged with framing Kumar by the Central Bureau of Investigation. The investigation of the Gurugram police would be met with such criticism, especially from Pradyuman's father, that he would file a petition at the Supreme Court asking for the investigation to be transferred to the CBI. On September 15, 2017, Haryana Chief Minister Manohar Lal Khattar announced that the case had been transferred to the CBI, and the Haryana police would try to deny any mishandling of their investigation. A team of forensics would go to the school to review evidence and the scene of the crime, and the CBI identified a different knife as the murder weapon, stating that it had been hidden inside one of the washrooms. This would contradict the police's statement that a knife recovered at the scene of the crime was identified as part of the school bus toolkit. The CBI would review the CCTV cameras, and they would find that there were some students visible in the footage. These students were identified, and then they were questioned, and a forensics investigation by the CBI found bloodstains on Pradyuman's body that were not matched to himself. On November 7, 2017, the CBI would arrest a 16-year-old student from Ryan International School. The unknown student was one of the first on the scene of the crime and had informed school authorities that another student had been injured. The Haryana police would later state that while they had questioned the unnamed student as a witness immediately after the murder, they had found no evidence suggesting that he was responsible for the death of Pradyuman at the time. Following the arrest of the unnamed student, the Juvenile Justice Board, a state body constituted under the Juvenile Justice Act, determines whether juveniles arrested should be tried as children or adults. The CBI would later state that cell phone records and forensic evidence were used in order to help identify the student. The CBI stated that they were able to establish that the knife recovered from the washroom had been purchased by the unnamed student at a local market a few days earlier, and they had also seized his computer and investigated his social media. The CBI stated to a juvenile court in Gurugram that during questioning, the unnamed student had confessed to the murder in the presence of his father, independent witnesses, and a juvenile welfare officer. Apparently, the student had not been performing well academically and had been unable to write a scheduled exam on the day of the murder. He was also reported to have 3 more examinations and a parent-teacher meeting scheduled for that week. The student believed that a sensational act would either force the school to shut down for a few days or create enough disruption to cancel the exams and the parent-teacher meeting. The owners of Ryan International School would be investigated for faulty CCTV cams and not maintaining proper security measures and having a collapsed boundary wall which allowed anyone access to school grounds. On November 11, 2017, the unnamed student was placed in a juvenile home for observation, following an order from a juvenile court in Gurugram. On December 20, 2017, the Justice Board declared that he would be tried as an adult and undergo a regular trial in court. The Juvenile Justice Board would note that the student had the adequate ability to understand the consequences of his own actions, and that his behavior in school had been very aggressive. The last known update to this case will be made on October of 2022, where the Supreme Court would grant interim bail to the unnamed student accused of murdering Pradyuman Thakur. Well, that was the story of Pradyuman Thakur. Let me know what you think of the story down in the comments. And well, that being said, make sure to like, comment, and subscribe. And I will see you on the next one.